Hi everyone! So in this demo video, we will be going over the first 10 basic missions on Hack This Site. So we went ahead and set up an account, and we went to the left side where it says Basic Missions, clicked on that, and then clicked on where it said Level 1. So if you want to take a minute and pause the video to read the instructions, feel free to. So it says to learn HTML, and so if you don't know what HTML is, it is Hypertext Markup Language. So it's made for documents that are designed to be displayed in a web browser. So it's basically just used to create pages on the web. So when hacking, we oftentimes first want to start by looking at the source code. This is because sometimes developers will leave important information in a comment somewhere in the code on accident. So we want to see what's in the source code for this page. So we can do that by right-clicking, going down to View Page Source, clicking on that. And then what we're going to do, since we want to find where it mentions passwords, we will hit Control and then F on our keyboard, and then we will go ahead and type password and hit Enter. So we will look around, see if we can find anything. We notice there is a comment here that says what the password is. So we can go ahead and copy the password, go back to our page, enter the password, and then submit. And so you'll notice here it says I've already completed it, I've already done all of the exercises, so yours will not look exactly like mine. Yeah, so we successfully completed the first mission. So we're going to move on to the second basic mission on Hack This Site. So you notice it says Sam neglected to upload the password file. So there was no password that was actually set. So because he forgot to upload the password file, there is no password that what we enter can be actually compared to, so it's set to automatically authenticate any password. So we can just go ahead and submit without typing anything, and it will accept it. For basic mission level 3, we want to start by looking at the source code again on the page and see if we can find anything. So again, we will hit right click, go down to View Page Source, we will hit Control F on our keyboard, and we are going to filter again for password. So we're going to see if we can find anything else. So we are looking for possibly a file, and we do see a file here. So we are going to copy that. This probably will contain the unencrypted password text. So we will go back to the main page. We're going to go up to the URL and attach it at the end of the URL. So we will go ahead and paste it and then hit enter. And so we're brought to the file where we can copy the password, go back, enter it, and then submit. Okay, and that was the end of basic mission level 3. We're going to go ahead and move on to basic mission level 4. So again, if you want to pause the video to read the instructions, feel free to. So we notice here it is not asking us to input an email. It is sending the password directly to Sam. So what we want to do is use the inspect element, go into the source page, and change the email that the password can be sent to. So we can do that by right-clicking on the Send Password to Sam button, clicking Inspect. We will see if we can find Sam's email in here. So we notice the email is here. We can actually go in and change it. So I'm not going to put in my email, but this is where you would plug in your email that your Hack This Site account was set up with. Then once you type that in, you can go ahead and hit enter, exit out of that, and so now when you click the Send Password to Sam button, it won't send it to Sam, it is going to send it to the email that you just put in the source page. So we can click that and see it says password reminder successfully sent to email@gmail.com. And so I am not going to get the password now. Obviously I did not send it to my email, but I wanted to show you how you would do it. So we would have been sent the password, which we could then input here, hit submit, and it would accept it. Again, I'm not going to do it right now, but that is how you would go about solving this mission. Now we're going to move on to basic mission level 5. So before we do anything new, we want to go ahead and do the same thing that we did in basic mission level 4. Again, we have the Send Password to Sam button. So we will right click on that, go down to Inspect, see if we can't change this to be our email. Again, it is letting us, so we will go ahead and throw in our email, hit enter, we can exit out, And so now when we hit the send password to Sam button, again, it should send it to our email. And then once you got the email, you could enter the password here and submit, and it would accept it. Okay, so we are going to move on to basic mission level 6. So we notice here that Sam has now encrypted his password. So we can actually figure out the algorithm by throwing in some test values into this entry here, and then it will encrypt it. So we're going to go ahead and enter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll click the encrypt button. Okay, so then it provides us with the encrypted string. Then if we go back, we notice that we have recovered Sam's encrypted password. So I went ahead and made a notepad with our values, and we will also need an ASCII table. So what we want to do is compare the string that we entered before and after being encrypted and see if we can't notice a pattern about it. Then we will do the reverse because we want to take Sam's encrypted password and make it a plain text password. So what we're going to start by doing, we notice we have A, and after encryption it is still an A. So I will go ahead and draw a little line. So then we have B, and B after being encrypted is C. So you notice here we have +0, and then we have B to C is +1. Then we have C to E. C to E is +2. Then we have D to G. D to G is +3. Then E to I is +4. So you notice the pattern is +0, +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, etc. And so what we want to do is do the opposite. So we're going to want to subtract. So D minus 0, let me actually go ahead and erase this. So D minus 0 is still D. So our first character is going to be D. B minus 1, B minus 1 is A. So our second character is A. E minus 2, E minus 2 is C. G minus 3 is D. H minus 4 is D. 9 minus 5 is going to be 4. And then where is our semicolon? Here it is. Minus 6 is going to be 5. And then the equal sign, minus 7 is going to be 6. So this should be our password. So we'll go back and enter it and submit. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to basic mission level 7. So this form isn't secured, so we can inject commands into the date field. So we are going to go ahead and enter this command, which means to list files and directories. And then we'll go ahead and click the view button. So we notice it produces a calendar and then the result of our command. So we notice here there is a file. So we're going to go ahead and copy this, and then we are going to call this file in the URL. So we'll put it right here, hit enter, and then we are brought to our password. So we'll copy that, go back and submit. So we're going to go ahead and move on to basic mission level 8. So what we want to do is we see there's a text that says enter your name. We are just going to go ahead and click the submit button. So now it says your file has been saved. Please click here to view the file. What we're going to do is right click on here, go down to inspect, and so we can see the href attribute points to a SHTML file. So whenever we see that, we want to test for SSI, so server-side includes. This level does require knowledge of SSI, so I suggest researching it a bit if you are not already familiar with it. So basically all we're going to do to pass this level is inject some code into the input text field in the form. So we will go back and we want to make sure we're in the right directory when we look for the password file. So we are going to do // which will bring us to basic/8/. So I went ahead and threw in the command that we will be using to pass this level. So we'll go ahead and copy that. We will enter it to our field and then click the submit button. It will bring us here. All we need to do is click on here to view the file. It is going to produce a file, which we will go ahead and copy. And so now we can just go back to the URL and enter that. And then it will show us our password. So then we can copy that and submit. So we're going to go ahead and move on to basic mission level 9. So we're going to solve this in a very similar way to what we did for level 8. So we're actually going to go back to the entry form from task 8, and we will use that to get our password. So if you remember from level 8, the // brought us to basic/8/. And we want to go to the parent directory of that. So this is going to get us to the parent directory. Then we want to add the /9 to bring us to the directory that we want. So all we need to do is enter this instead, submit, and click here to view the file. So once we're here, we just want to copy this. And so once we have that, we will go to level 9, go up to the URL, type in that, and it will bring us to the password. So we'll copy that, enter it, and submit. So we're going to go ahead and start on basic mission level 10. So there are several ways to do this. We are going to do it quite simply. We will right click, go down to inspect. We'll go up to the top bar where it says applications. We will expand the cookies underneath storage. Then we will click on hack this site. And so we see here it says level 10 authorized is no. So what we want to do is change this to yes. So we are going to right click, go down to edit value, and we're going to go ahead and change the no to a yes. We will click enter, we will exit out, and then we're just going to go ahead and submit. And so we've successfully passed the level. So that is our demo for the 10 basic levels on Hack This Site. I really hope you enjoyed this video.